Hey guys, how's it going? Just finishing up an early lunch here on New Frontier. Man, I've had a bit of a busy morning. I've been busy since the last time we met on this map, and actually, I think maybe it was the last 3 episodes that have hit the channel have been Saving Uncle Pete episodes, as I got some momentum there, and really am approaching a decision point as we get close to the 1 year on the map. And Uncle Pete will either return or not, or who knows. But anyways, yeah. So it's been a little bit before since I've been on this map actually, in uploading and in real life. The last time we got together, we hustled and got the cornfields done. There's cornfields. I want to say, was that still in the same month, April? I think we're still in the same month because we don't see any germination there. But there's a reason why I'm back here, and that is the realization that that we were talking about putting in a big field the last time we were together, and that work has more than begun. So why don't we just take a rip over there right now, and I'll show you what I mean. I really like this Deutz-Fahr for booting around. It's great. I like the color. It's nice and bright, and handles really well. Good speed. So this is I've been using this to cruise all over the place. Yeah. See, I've got a worker going over here right now. A few things have changed. I went crazy basically. Oh my God, what have I done? So this now is going to be the largest field that we have on the map. It is a mega field of sorts, and my hope is that we can get the field put in, and then I can quickly, we're gonna go the oil route, and with oil, I think I really want to go sunflower, and today is the last day for planting sunflower, of course. Sorry, I realized I activated it's the exhaust extension mod, I think. So when I'm under power, watch my exhaust. We start blowing black smoke, but when I'm idling, nothing. It's kind of cool. Anyways, easily distracted by exhaust smoke. So I have a worker right now putting in our field. So I mowed a ton of grass. I took out more trees than I had initially planned in order to make room for what will become a much bigger field than I had originally anticipated. But as I got going, I thought, what the hell? Like we're going to be losing control of all of this very shortly, very soon. I don't do well with all large farming operations and lots of stuff happening, and the amount of time it's going to take this tractor right now to go around and create this field. It's going to be a little bit of time, as you can see as you can see how this is shaping up. I'll show you the new building in a second here, but anyways, yeah. So this will be full blown out of control at some point here. So I figured, why don't we just push ourselves and see where we can get to. This is episode 26. It's likely we sort of end the series around episode 30. Kind of my guess, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, really, because what I'd like to see is I want to get another harvest in. So that'll be oats, corn, and then we'll be harvesting oil here. I'd like to get the trees all out of the nursery, all taken care of. So that'll be a big money maker for us. And then I'd like to produce some oil. In this case, it would be sunflower oil if everything works out for us here. But anyway, so I kind of anticipate around episode 30, but who knows? If we can maintain some form of control over this, then maybe we'll go a little bit further. But let's not talk about the end. Let's talk about what's going on here. So I've put in. This is way premature. This was a $240,000 or $260,000 building, which is why I only have 20 grand right now. If you remember, I think when we were together last, I was talking about selling trees and earning enough to buy a very expensive tree harvesting tool. While in the end, I wanted this placeholder in here, so I knew where the field should go. So I ended up putting this in, and it cost. The building itself was in the mid to high 200s, plus then landscaping and everything else. So this is an oil factory, so we're going to be able to make sunflower oil in here, or oil mill, I guess they call it. In the back here, so this is a mod that was pointed out to me by Jack Sarge Farming. Retaining walls. These are blocks that you can add. Ooh, kind of got a little fix some of the grass here. These are these are like a decoration, and you place them in the ground, and then you use the move mods to kind of get them in place, and then they give you a little bit of a nice finished edge for when you're working on a side hill like this. So this is the first time I ever tried using them, was in this build here. So I like the way they turned out. I think over time I can probably fiddle with them a little bit more to make it work even better. But we did have obviously a level here and a hill here, so it did definitely serve the purpose, the intended purpose. So thank you, Jack Sarge Farming, for pointing that out. They come off Mod Hub, so they're it's not a Mod Hub mod. So maybe at some point we'll see something like that come to the Mod Hub, and then it'll be available for everybody. But for right now, it's just PC only, I guess. But anyway, so that is my kind of mod for sure. So that is our oil mill. That was a fortune putting that in, of which now we got to go make some money before I can't pay a worker anymore. So that's the field right there. So the second that person is done, we're gonna start attacking that with lime, and then I think if we can get it. So here's if I can get the seeds in the ground, because I believe our planter also puts fertilizer down. If I can get lime done, then at the end of today, that field will have been limed. It will have seeds, and it'll have one step of fertilizer. And then we'll likely have to figure out how to roll it also. Then in day 2 or whatever, when we roll into May, I can get a herbicide, because I think if the crops are germinated just that first stage, I think I can still drive all over them, and we'll put herbicide in, and then we'll hit it with manure. So that's what's going on there. Why don't we do a quick rip over to our water buffalo here. All right, so what I want to see is how much milk we have. I don't think we really have anything. All right, looking down at the corner there, yeah, we have 900 liters of milk. I did deliver milk to the dairy already. We have manure that we'll be able to use in that new field. They have plenty of straw, and we are rebuilding our slurry. The food. So I believe that 163,000 liters is pretty much all TMR. I think we're going to sell off some TMR today, actually, to make some money. I believe I have over 1 million liters. Maybe it's like 800,000 liters of TMR in the production. That is a lot. It's going to take us a ton of time to even ever use that, and then whether or not we would ever need that much, I have no idea. But I think if I took like half of it and sold it today, that might generate about 50 grand, and then anyways, and that would be, we could definitely use that. So I might just grab the trailer, and then maybe we'll just get somebody on a loop. We'll have to sort of pick an amount of trips, but maybe we can get somebody starting to do that. Okay, this is empty, which is good. I might as well just use this little beast. It'll stop me from being able to use it to run around, but I do also have the I've got the Fent, I guess, right? Which is a nice one to be able to cruise around in. So let's... All right, just looking here. Yeah, we have 886,000 liters of TMR here. The little market, that's our selling point. That's where it's worth the most. If I took half of that, so let's see, if I think our trailer holds about 20,000 liters. So if we did like 20 trips, we're also currently making, are we making TMR right now? No, we are making, though, silage. So we're taking our grass, we're turning our grass into silage. So we have 261,000 liters of silage, so we're building that up. We've still got 680,000 liters of hay. Good luck ever eating that, goats. And then we're making... and then I guess as we build up that side, I could probably continue making TMR right now, right? Because we have hay, silage, straw, hay, silage. All right, well, Yeah, I guess I'm building up the silage. So we might as well turn all the rest of that grass into silage, because then we'll be getting close to even amounts of hay and silage, and then we can still make more TMR. We are not going to run out of food for our animals, that's for sure. All right, so let's see if oh, we got the albino Swede here. Good day, brother. Let's see, he's going to fill up right now. Let's make sure that actually works. Sometimes you get yourself set up and then you realize it doesn't work. Just hopping in here. Okay, so 10 would be 280, so about 560,000. So that'll leave us at least 300,000 liters of TMR at the end when this person is done doing their deliveries. So that's not so bad. I set it up for 20 trips. So that should get us a little over 50 grand. But at least the positive is, as our worker is billing us, well, now as both workers are billing us, we'll have money coming in. But we have a couple odds and ends to do here also, of which I think I can probably... We have a few more sort of pieces that we can sell here to generate a little money. I just want to be ready so the second that person is done, I'm out there with lime. And actually, we may get a tractor set up with the spreader. So, I mean, you can see how they're already starting to kind of complete some sections over there. We may just sort of jump in and start putting lime down in the field as the sections are getting cultivated out there. But I just want to see our buddy here to make sure that they deliver properly to the selling station and make sure that I didn't screw something up. I don't know whether I've got it set to one side tipping or another. I think it's a pretty big drop-off point. I never did put one of those grates down, which I probably should. Okay, for some bizarre reason, the only place that I can sell TMR on the map is that little selling station, but it won't take it. So I don't really know what that issue is. I don't know whether I'm having some kind of a conflict right now, or whether there's just some other issue. So we'll just go take this we'll go put this into the water buffaloes for now. I have some other stuff I can sell, so I'm not worried about that. And yeah. Interesting. All right, so let's just head in here and drop this. It's funny, I missed the sort of openness of this setup that we have here compared to what we've got going on Comsden / Oak Bridge. I mean, they're two very different maps, obviously, and we have two very different scenarios happening where things are smaller and more cramped and limited over there, where here it's kind of like wide open and and you know, sky's the limit over here. Yeah, so it's two very different experiences. I still love this sort of open kind of ranchiness that we have over here. All right, what do we got here? We got almost full up on animals. We have 14,000 liters of 25,000. We have 39,000 liters of food, or of meadow grass. So we should be good for a while here. I did do a sell-off of wool and milk, but what do they got here? Oh, we got some more. So the wool, I believe we were just selling, and so we could grab that at some point and move it over, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So let's go and park this trailer back. There's no other bulk material that I'm looking to sell right now. It's really weird about that TMR. I guess I got to do a little bit of digging afterwards and figure out why. Because there's no way I'm going to... so I'm definitely not going to make any more, I can tell you that much. But there's no way these guys are going to eat 800,000 liters of TMR. That's not going to happen. So we'll go park this trailer, and then I think we'll grab the Mack truck there, and we'll grab some of the stuff out of the production, or out of the warehouse, and we'll go sell off a few things. So let's just we'll use this to drive over there. And then by the time I get a couple things sold off, we can go over and start putting lime in the new mega field. We've had mega fields over time during different series. I remember Comlands having a couple of what I deem to be mega fields. That fully got out of hand on Comlands. That was FS22 if you're keeping track. Alright, so I'm just going to pull out of the way here so we can let things spawn. I never did. I had somebody asking me where I got this trailer, and I never did find it. I'm wondering, is it a base game trailer maybe? I don't know why I'm asking you guys. I should be telling you guys where I got it, but I don't honestly know. Alright, so currently some of these products are worth money, so we can spawn bathtubs and barrels. Our cooperage still has plenty of planks long, and planks for that matter. So we can leave, we don't need to sell off planks, but we have 20 grand in planks long here that we could sell off. So let's get those first. Barrels, bathtubs, and planks long. Alright, into the logistics center. Barrels. Bathtubs. Planks. And there we go. Absolutely brilliant. See if I have auto load turned on or not. We do. You get burned enough in this game and you start doubting things. Like you start assuming nothing's ever gonna work. And then it works. It's funny, the game sort of lulls you into a false sense of security and satisfaction, and then all of a sudden, wham, everything goes wrong. And you can't load your game for like a month. Alright, so let's pull back out of here and let's just see. Well, okay, I'm assuming all this stuff gets sold at the same place. Warehouse, warehouse. Oh, great, warehouse. And the warehouse. It's about $1,000 if we go to the little market. And this is about $5. So it's going to cost us like $1,200-ish to go to our own little market here. So let's see what else I can spawn. We're going to go sell locally here. Let's work our way from the bottom up. Wool, we're not going to worry about that right now. TMR, we can't really do much with that until I figure that out. Yeah, okay, so beyond that, everything else is borderline or nearing. Napa cabbage, we could probably sell that actually. That's right, pretty much dead on. Oh, I have buckets set to selling. That's why there's nothing in there. There's a number of things we don't have in here, so they're just, I never changed them. Alright, let's grab ourselves some cabbage. Oh, now I'm driving on pallets probably. Oh, it's telling me I can't load this stuff on top? Okay, well that's fine. Let's go sell this first and then we'll come back and get the cabbage. Take that, distribution center. Can't mess us up. Oh, we got a pallet of pallet of beams over there. Might as well grab that. I see it on the ground there. Or let's see if it'll allow us to. Okay, well I may have to. Well, whatever. We'll grab it when we come back for the cabbage. No big deal. It's not like we have a ton of stuff going on. Things are getting a little hectic this second the field is made, because we're gonna have to sort of jam and get everything done there. But I gotta be really careful I don't just start running across crops here. That would be easy. I always have full crop destruction on, and have gone so far now as to turn crop destruction on for any field, which is a setting. So now I can, as I'm like for example on Oak Bridge, if I drive across somebody's field and there's crops in it, I can easily destroy those now. Oh, I guess we're about to find out if we're having an issue here with this sell point. Oh. It's taken everything. So definitely something going on there with the TMR. It could be the trailer. It could be, I don't know. I don't know what it is because it says it clearly says that it will take TMR. it loads it into the trailer, no problem. But beyond that, we're out of luck. Man, this thing is smooth. It takes a little bit of getting used to driving compared to driving a tractor, because the turning radius is quite a bit more. I would say it's almost dulled. I don't know another way to explain it, but things don't happen extremely fast. Remember when we used to load this stuff by hand? Or by Z-Door? The great sell-off of January is going to be it's going to be so nice when we could just keep doing this. All right, a few more and we're good. All right, we're just going to flip that back to distributing, so that way it doesn't spawn any more pallets. We'll see if we can pick up this pallet of beams over here, and then we'll go sell this stuff off. Yep. Oh, and we got the little piece of wood there. It picked up, there was like a wood slice. Does that mean that this will auto load logs onto this trailer? Because it took that little wood sliver there. Oh, we'll have to test that out maybe. All right, we need a nice wide turn here. I kind of widened this out a little bit for the auto load, or for the auto drive route. But then this thing has much wider turning radius. Oh my gosh. All right, so it didn't take the wood sliver. Why does that look giant? Okay, so we'll go put this back. We've managed to pad our cache a little bit, which is nice, and then we'll go set up the spreader so we can get some lime down. It always feels nicer when you got a little bit of money in the bank. Oops. Alright, let's get that parked out front of the office. Don't forget to shut it off. And we're good. Yeah, what is this thing? This is the Load King Renown drop deck. Yeah, I don't see it. When I go into low loaders, I don't see it. But yeah, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. You know how sometimes you'll see it in the menu and it doesn't look familiar, but when you get into it, you can start to configure it, and then it ends up looking something like, you know, what the final outcome is. I wonder if it's something like that where but I swear I went through and I looked for every name that was similar and didn't see anything, but whatever. Okay, we want to put, so it's fairly light duty stuff right now, so let's go put this in here. Had I bought this windrow the last time we were together? I think I did. I remember how the gods of used equipment were mocking me by putting that up available the day after I bought the other windrow. All right, so we have, where's our spreader? What do we have for a spreader here? I can't even remember. Are we using... We've been using this manure spreader, haven't we? Okay, well, if that's the case, I guess I could throw one load of manure down, and then we could fill this up with lime. Let me look in the sale quickly here. We haven't looked there today and see if there's any other solutions for us. Oh, actually, you know what? We don't need to look in the sale. I just remembered something. Duh. Let's go for a bit of a drive here. We'll put this, well, we'll go put this back. I really wanted to find a new big manure spreader, and there's a couple in the store, in the catalog, that we could take advantage of, but before we do that, I have something else that we can go pick up. I forgot I spent some money I found something that popped up in the used store, and it is going to help us perfectly right now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I got some bags over here too. What are those bags? Oh my god. hopefully it's lime, because I have a spreader. This came up in the sale, and I can't remember how much money it was, but I do know that it was not very expensive, as usual. I don't do expensive well. Is this fertilizer? Okay, solid fertilizer. So you know what? Let's... I think if I load the solid fertilizer in here, and then I can unload it back at the farm. So let's do that. That'd be a cheeky way of transporting this, I believe, right? Because then I can just hit unload and it'll just pop it all out and back into bags somewhere. But yeah, I figured this would be a good addition. I tend to sort of steer clear of this. I don't often buy this. I mean, this is usually like, I know we have different variations on it right now, but usually this is the base game spreader. It's, I guess maybe the fact that I can never customize it is maybe what it is. So I always end up having to go with sort of the standard color scheme, which really should not matter. That should be the least of my worries. But yeah, I end up kind of steering clear of it so I don't have to use the base game equipment. But this came up. I think we've obviously, it looks like we've got the extended arms on it. So we'll see what kind of working width we have. I don't remember. It's literally been, I don't know, has it been a week and a half or 2 weeks since I've played on this map? So some of the stuff's a little foggy. As a case in point, I was ready to purchase a spreader, but we didn't really need it. Look at it. So this expansion here really puts us closer to the farmers market. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 pieces of land in between us and the farmers market now, or the store anyways, because we used to have to curve up this hill before we actually started to see our farm, because this was all trees here. But now we're going to be faced with a massive field. I just hope my brain doesn't implode here as we progress. I think we should be okay. If my brain implodes, I'll make sure to get it on camera. I don't know how we're going to upload it, though, because at that point I'll have no brain. Yeah, so then if I unload this somewhere, then the planter can just come by and scoop it up, and I don't have to buy any more solid fertilizer. I mean, we have the bulk purchase over here, which I have no problem buying more material, but if we've got some, then we should be good. So I should be able to just drive over here in this nice controlled area. Okay, it changed them from the bags into pallets, but you know, whatever, it's all the same, doesn't matter. Let's go over here and get some fuel, because I can see this thing's just about to run out. Let's see, do I have realistic fuel on, or nope? We can just fill up right from the comfort of our cab. Yeah, so anyways, this thing should help us put down some lime in a hurry, I think. We could also use it, so, wait, hold on, let me just get this going here. Oh, look at that, it's a deal, and then you gotta go spend over $2,000 repairing it. Oh, spent like $5,000 on repairs. But yeah, we could, so in regards to fertilizer, I mean, we're going to put manure down, but we could put the seeds in, use the planter to, oh, this is going to work. We could use the planter to, let me just spin around here. We could use the planter to put the fertilizer in as it's set up to do that. I don't know where I'm going right now. And then, or we could wait, and then we could put manure in, or we could wait a day and then, or like till we're into growth stage 1 or whatever, and then, or 2, and then we can come back and use this with fertilizer probably, because I think we can probably do, well, I know we can do fertilizer and lime in this. So $1,700 gets us a full thing of lime, as I'm just rambling on about nothing. Seems like money well spent. Ooh, this is a lot heavier now. But I think we'll get this on the spreader here, and then we'll put the case, with the tracks, we'll put that on the planter, and then we can get the case that's currently out in the field. I believe that's a case. We can get that on the roller. No problem, man. All right, I just want that guy to finish up so I can go and tidy up any corners and make sure that we've got everything the way we want it. All right, let's just do the rounds here and see if we're happy with everything. I was curious of whether or not I should get a little closer to the road over here, but you know what? When you look, I love that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, I could probably get another 2 inches of field closer to the road here, but then you look around like, what the hell? I'll just paint in the grass there afterwards. But yeah, there's no need to getting greedy when you have this much field. This would be, this section here, as I'm going to come a little closer, is only just for my own visual satisfaction here, I guess, as I want to just get a little closer to that retaining wall. But it's not going to help us. It's not really going to make us a ton more money. I just like the look of farming a little closer to that retaining wall anyways. I could square off some of these corners, but I mean, we're going to be using workers for a lot of this, so if I can just keep it worker friendly, I might as well. There's a spot right there that was missed, and maybe I can just round this corner out a little bit more. No, you know what? Let's leave that. Let's just leave it nice like that, because then, I mean, the one thing that ends up taking workers forever are changes of direction, because if, like, for us, it's easy to kind of like swerve around and handle an area, but for a worker, they tend to do a lot of back and forth stuff, which can be quite time consuming. Yeah, okay, so I mean that is more than acceptable. This is going to be a pretty decent field o' sunflowers. All right, so let's move this guy out of the way. I'll just quickly deactivate create fields, because we don't want to inadvertently drop this somewhere and then have it make a small field for us. Yeah, she's a beaut. I mean, I guess it is. I mean, it's. I was gonna say, is it way bigger a field than some of the fields we have? I guess it's. I think it's bigger overall, but I mean, we have some big fields anyways. So, no, we don't. That's the biggest field. All right, let's see what a worker does. Okay, ma'am. Let's see what you got. Oh, I don't want to get covered in lime here. So she is going to do one headland, but start with the up and downs first. So let's let her go. We'll go gear up the case with the tracks, and we'll get ready to put some seeds in the ground. Let's make sure the planter's got everything it needs. I debated on whether or not I should upgrade the planter. I think we have an 8 or 9 meter working width. Maybe it's a 6 meter. I have no idea. But so I mean, there was that nice giant John Deere planter that was just hit Mod Hub over the last. I think within the last 7 days, I guess. But I just don't have. I think it's like $200,000, and I'm not spending that kind of money. Not right now, anyways. We'll pull the planter out, so at least that's done. Not always a big fan of how that sort of articulating functionality of that of the case works. Oops. So here, we'll just fill this up first. So fertilizer's here. Oh my god, stop hitting things, please. A couple times I've thought about just taking these trees out, but I actually like the way... Originally, I think I said I was going to take this section and put some greenhouses in it, which I could still do, I guess, but I really kind of like the way it looks, like with the different... Like, you can see the history of what's gone on here with the different ground textures and that. I think that's kind of cool. Alright, so that's that. We got the seed container open, so let's go put seeds in this, then we'll switch tractors. Or do we even need to? Yeah, I guess we could just use this tractor and then put the roller on the case. And maybe let's do that. I think when we planted the cornfields, I believe we used we put the seeder on the other tractor. So let's do this. Oop. So you you can transport this planter 2 different ways, and I mean, this is obviously one of the 2 different ways, width-wise, or you can fold it up and tow it from the end. All right, so let's park up here. I got it switched to sunflowers, so that's good. And then well, let's go set up the other tractor, and then pretty much at that point, it's kind of a waiting game, I think. Yeah, because I don't really want to send the planter out into the field. I mean, if I have them, it's a completely different working width, so it's possible. No, because I want the other one to do the headland. So never mind. I'm just talking out of me arse here. But if I think we gotta wait. What am I talking about? I have no idea. But it's been a nice walk. Yeah, see, I like these trees. Let's keep that stuff. Keep those trees alive. Okay, so the tractor is in here. We're running out of tractors, man. We need more tractors. Let's fire it up. I took the time to wash everything too, so we're starting the day off pretty clean. So our roller's outside, I think. Yeah, there it is. Wait. Roller. So if I can get the herbicide down after we put, yeah, so if we can get, okay, so that's what I was going to do. If I got that, so this is going to be roller regardless. So we'll come over here and hook that up. Oh, this needs fuel also. Okay, well, let's put some fuel in this while we're waiting. Because, yeah, if we have more time, it's only 2:30 right now, so if we can, we're going to put manure down and herbicide before we do the rolling. So let's just, we'll get this over there anyways, but yeah, I was kind of getting myself a little mixed up there. These things take so much fuel, I'm going to end up having to refill this tank, I'm sure. There's no angle that this tractor doesn't look amazing. Except when it's moving. When it's moving in a straight line, I like it. When it's moving around, the way that back end kind of wiggles the way it does, it drives me crazy. Let's go put this, let's go stage this. And then we'll have to, maybe we'll look at the sale anyways and see. I'm not in a great position to buy anything else, but if there was an opportunity to get a bigger manure spreader, this might be the time to do it. Can't remember how much ours holds. I think, are we up to a 10,000 liter capacity now, maybe? Yeah, look at this thing. So yeah, when it goes straight, it looks awesome. Okay, so that actually tells me maybe I will put the planter on. No, I think this should be good. All right, well, you know what? Let's at least get this person done with the lime, and then we can get putting the seeds in the ground, and then we can sort of figure out everything else from there. Okay, we are seconds away from being done with the lime. I think I've spent probably close to $3,000, maybe a little bit more than $3,000 in additional lime purchases as this has been emptying. Lime tends to be it tends to do that though. We tend to eat through lime like crazy, but anyways, so we'll just get this out of the way. And then I was a little on the fence as to who was going to do what next, but I often forget then once this guy's done, he frees up a tractor. So I think what we'll do is we will continue with the floaters there and with the planter. That's fine. This tractor, if we have time, can pull the manure spreader. And then we can always go in with the roller on the case. Man, we may have a complete sunflower field by the time this day is done, which would be pretty cool. Okay, so same worker. Okay, good. You know, you put the call out there, and whoever wants to hustle and get her done gets her done. Well, that's our girl. Okay, well, that's going to take a while, I think, right? Yes. And we have a 6.5 meter working width versus whatever the spreader was, and it looks like the spreader probably went a little quicker. So we could be like 5 o'clock by the time we're ready to do the next piece. What is this thing? It doesn't actually tell me what the working width is. But yeah, it literally could be 5 5. Well, the nice thing is, I mean, we're in April, so well, I guess it's still spring, so it does get dark quick, but or quickly, I should say. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I don't really know what to expect, to be honest with you, but I do want to make sure that we get that work done in this episode. So. Yeah. Anyways, let me get this parked, and then we'll probably just catch up as the planter's almost done. All right. I figure I better just step in here on the almost done, the second of 3 headlands, and then we'll be done putting seeds in the first round of fertilizer into this field. That's taking quite a while. It says 5:30 on the in-game clock. I did mess a little with the time as I was. I was spending some time trying to solve this mystery of the TMR. I'll show you. I tried another trailer. We have a small trailer with like an 8,000 liter capacity, so I loaded some TMR into that and tried to sell that with no luck. I actually added an additional sell point to the map, which I'll show you where that is. I figured I'd just leave it anyways. I was going to take it out after I realized I was having the same result, but figured might as well just leave it. So anyway, so that's in. I tried a number of things, but for some reason, so I can sell other material, and we've seen. Actually, you know what? I've not tried to sell any other loose material. I mean, what did we sell? We sold pallets of material of products, but we didn't sell. We didn't sell any loose material. Now, I don't think so I ran into an issue with when I was testing out another map with realistic weather and selling loose material, in that it was disabling the ability to unload, I guess, to overload material. So I was testing out wood chips actually, and I was running into an issue with sell points where I couldn't sell the material. It wouldn't even dump the material, and then through comments on something, I want to say it was comments on a YouTube video or maybe Discord, somebody said, hey, yeah, I think it was on, oh, you know what it was on somebody else's video. I sort of threw something out there to see if anybody knew what the issue was, and somebody was good enough to say, well, maybe it's realistic weather. So I took that off, and sure enough, it then started to work. But then there was an update to realistic weather, which did fix that, because I went back and tested it. But I don't have realistic weather on in this game save, but perhaps we're clashing some other way, and that's stopping me from being able to dump loose material. I'll have to test that actually, because I did spend a bit of time just now trying to solve the problem, and then also added an additional piece of infrastructure. So let's see if I'm going to be able to get. Yeah, shoot. I think we're going to have to. Look what I'm doing now. Now I'm splitting the difference here. We got a spare. I guess I thought that was only one pass. Anyways, we'll fix that. So this will be the final pass around the field. Like I mentioned, yes, I did kind of screw around with the time just a little bit, but we'll go this way. But that's all good. So we're going to be, yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be close to 6 o'clock in game time by the time we get around this field and put the seeds in, and then I think we're going to go for it. I think we're going to try our best to get the manure and the rolling done, because it'd be nice to just have this field put away, so that way when it, the manure, the herbicide, yeah, okay. Well, we'll do the herbicide first, then I guess we'll do the manure, then who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just get through this and see how far we get. I'd like to have this put away, so that way when we roll into the month of May, things are germinating. Because I guess really, if I can get this field done now, then there's not much else we need to do until we get to probably harvesting the first of, I don't know whether it's going to be corn or oats, but I think it was oats. Oats are up first, right? So we'll likely end up, next step will be harvesting the oat fields and getting those crops into production. Then corn after that. So in regards to corn, one thing that I would like to do, we've been putting all of our corn into the production, into the the I don't even know what we call it, but it's that farm production there, right? The grain wheat production or whatever. We've been making corn wheat, not corn wheat. We've been making corn flour. So there's also I'd like to test out the new corn cribs, which are like a function of drying. So basically, you throw. I think they have a capacity of like, is it 40,000 liters each? And then they air dry. So basically, I guess you would dump your corn in there, and then the wind and air would flow through the corn, drying it out over a period of time, at which point you can then go and sell your dried corn. I don't think we need a special sell point from what I gather. We can sell kind of with whatever in wherever we've got, because it sort of produces the standard or already in-game dried corn fill type is what I gather, where like in the past, I think we had corn dryers in FS22, which created a new type of dried corn, so you needed a special sell point. But anyways, whatever. I have no idea, but I think I'd like to try that. So while I was waiting and looking for things to do, yes, I did go ahead and test that TMR sale and not really understand why that wasn't working. Also, I went around this field and just sort of painted in any of the grass that it always bugs me when you just have sort of like, well, when there's like, so especially when it's map grass, because there's certain areas you mow and there was no grass there necessarily, so it just turns into painted texture, not even like a stubble texture. So I went around and just kind of cleaned up the edges of the field here, which is good. And yeah, I took a look at the nursery to see where we were at on the trees. So the initial trees that we put in are basically at the halfway mark for growth stage. So we have some that are 3 of 6 stage, and then we have some lodgepole pines that are 2 of 4. So I don't know how many more months that means, but we are getting somewhere. I'm gonna just try to fix this spot right here. Sometimes that happens when the ground gets a little uneven. You have to go at it at a different angle and then miss both halves. It just creates some extra work for myself. Why not? But this is this has been a pretty casual episode for me. I've sort of enjoyed the pace. There's nothing frantic, and the implements we've been using haven't created a lot of extra work for myself. So yeah, I like these episodes. I don't think that's going to last forever though, because I think we're going to be into some hectic stuff as we progress. I think the addition of auto load obviously has relaxed things a little bit. You think about how much stuff we sold earlier and we didn't actually have to manually load it, where in the past it would have been a good chunk of time as we got all those pallets loaded onto a trailer. All right, well, let me get around the rest of this and then we'll figure out what I think every time I've talked about the next step, I've said something different. So let's roll the dice and see what we do after we get these seeds in the ground. All right, just before I put this away, I think we probably should clean it. It's pretty filthy. Here's an interesting trick. Right on the other side of this wall is my pressure washer. But it's, of course, it's Bluetooth. So, we're sputtering. So I can just use the Bluetooth functionality of the hose here. And we are almost clean. So I have a worker out putting manure in the field. So with a 20,000 liter capacity, I can only imagine that the manure is going to quote unquote dry up quickly. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. I don't have a great way of refill. I wonder if I can take, you know what I should do? I wonder if I fill up my trailer with manure, can I then refill in the field without having to remove the spreader from the field every time? I think we're going to do that. We'll try that tipper trailer. We'll fill it full of manure, and then we'll see if we can just take that manure over to the field. Because I always worry with a worker, like the second you take them away, like if you're using just the in-game helpers, once you take them away, do they find their previous spot, or are we going to miss spots or whatever? With manure, it's okay because it's a fertilizer state, and we can use the mini map to kind of keep us in line. Herbicide is a bit of a tough one because if there's no weeds in the field, you don't actually get a chance to see where you've been on the mini map anyways. All right, so let's grab a load of manure and bring that over to the field so it's ready, because I'm pretty sure it's going to take far more than 20,000 liters of manure to do that field. Actually, while we're doing that, let's go show you where I put the new sell point while experimenting. But anyway, so yeah, it's right over here. So this is like a it's a grate basically. So I can close this lid. Also, I figure I'll just leave it open for now, anyways. But yeah, we can close that, and then and it's like a sell everything. So it costs $1,000 plus some landscaping. But yeah, no big deal there. I'm pretty sure this trailer will hold manure, but we're about to find out. All right, we're up to 90,000 liters in there now. Short the 22,000 or whatever this holds. I don't know why I keep saying 28,000 liters. This the current state of the oats here just look like grass, so it's a little tough to see where they are. You don't want to run them over. Okay, well, let's check on the status. So almost around one headland and almost halfway through all the... Oh, man. Okay, well, obviously we're going to use a bit of manure. I'd be curious. So this end of the field actually is somewhat double fertilized already, because there was grass it was patchy grass that we cultivated in, where the rest of it was all mowed. But it looks like this guy's just going to spread manure anyways. Yeah, so you can see them getting around. So they've only done that, and we're already almost 20,000 liters into it. So we're going to be using a ton of manure. We're going to use all the manure in our water buffalo spot there, plus have to buy some for sure. And my hope is that when this worker runs out, we basically just refill, hit the worker again, and they'll just pick up where they left off. They wanted to start on the up and downs, but I sort of force started them on the headland. So we'll see what that actually results. What that means, how that works. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do I know what I'm talking about? I don't know. Oh, the worker in the field, get out of my crops. Yeah, see, I hate how the workers handle these corners. I tried to leave round corners specifically so the worker could just get around it. I guess that's where courseplay comes in. Could have probably just used that instead. Yeah, see, they're going back and forth and they're not even putting anything down. I know it's got to be because they're getting paid by the hour. Is why they're taking so long to do something so simple. Look, now he'll back up. I say he. She. But that's a hell of a view right there. This is that's a pretty decent sized field. So I think it's fair to say, and maybe I'm gonna screw myself in the future here, but we're done putting in fields. Like now, with this field in here, we then have an oat field. We have 4 oat fields in the immediate, like in front of us here. So a substantial amount of oats we're going to be pulling off. Then we have the dogleg cornfield, the side hill cornfield, and the new big cornfield over there. Yeah, so we have a substantial amount of corn, and then this is going to be a really nice large field of sunflowers. So that's probably good. That plus the nursery, all of the products that we're growing right now in our greenhouses, that is going. Where are they? Is this? Yeah, these workers. I should have used courseplay, but yeah, that makes for a substantial opportunity. we have a lot. Plus, we still have a number of trees. I had mentioned at one point we were going to potentially put in horses in that little section over by the water buffaloes. I mentioned we were going to put in another goat or sheep enclosure. So there's lots of additional things that we can do, investments we can make to sort of grow all this, but I think for now what we'll do is we'll get through the different harvests, through the big sell off, through the big tree sell off, and then we'll figure it out. When I was looking at the trees earlier, when I went for a bit of a drive while I was waiting for the worker to be done, I couldn't help but have a bit of a panic attack when I realized that, we're going to go through and cut down all these trees and drag them into the sawmill so we can sell them. Then we have to do, if we're going to want to continue to function, we're going to have to do something with all the stumps. Now, I could upgrade our Bednar batwing mower to include a mulching feature that also takes out stumps, but which maybe we do that, and then really I think I just have to roll through and it'll just chew up all the stumps. That might be something we're gonna do. That's something built into the Gaming Joy mod. Of which on a live stream yesterday found out that it's been that has been submitted to ModHub. Let's do this. The Batwing mower, the Bednar. I mean, it's a mulcher, I guess that he's based it on. But he's been having a difficult time getting it through because. Oh, shoot. Okay. I thought maybe I could just refill from that trailer, but I guess I can't do that. Anyways, having a difficult time because of a bug that's sort of inherent to Giants. They're asking him to correct this bug, but meanwhile it's their bug. So I don't know. It was a lively live stream last night with Josh from Gaming Joy as we sort of got some insight on the current state of Giants and their testing and how they're releasing certain things, maybe not even completely done and whatever. So yeah, definitely not a happy time when you're right now if you're a modder, but whatever. I can't affect that very much, so I'm just going to keep playing and take what I can get when I get it. I don't know if I can dump this manure back into this or not. If I can't dump it back into the manure heap, no, I don't think I can. So yeah, let me see if I can back in. Okay, amazingly enough, we got it turned. I'm not getting any. Notification to dump this. No, you know what? All right, let's go. Not run over our oats. Let's just go sell this at the fill/sell station over here, and then we'll end up using that money just to buy more, I guess. Oops, wrong turn. Too many roads. I was just supposed to be on the other side of this field right now. So this should result in a decent chunk of change. Oh yeah, look at that. See, I think I'm getting no trigger, and I'm kind of leery about doing the unload here and just having it all pile up on the ground. Ugh. Yeah, it wasn't selling. I was just gonna take it off the ground. Nope. Okay, well, I think something is going on right now where I can't dump loose material. We'll go over to this other sell point here quickly because it is sell everything and should allow us to sell, but yeah, I think something's going on right now. I'm having a conflict of sorts. Yeah, because it's any material. Okay, well that's interesting. So I have a trailer full of manure here, and I'll have to figure that out. So I've got 28,000 liters of manure. I'm gonna have to make good somehow. But in the meantime, let's just worry about getting that field in and then I'll have to figure out a fix. So that means that there is some way for me to sell my TMR, obviously, and I'm just dealing with some kind of a conflict or a bug. I wonder what that is. I've got something going on here which is not allowing me to do what I want to do. Also have a worker that's reverse direction, and now they're doing what looks like a headland the other way, which is kind of interesting. All right. Well, anyways, let's let our worker. So I'm starting to realize maybe what's going to happen here is we're going to. I'm going to have to drop a weight. Let me put this weight in the road so I don't forget it. I think we're going to have to. Well, let's hold out hope that we can still get everything done that we want to get done in this game day, and not have to carry anything over. Because I was starting to say maybe we're going to have to do the rolling next and the herbicide tomorrow. But no, you know what? We're just going to go for it. All right, well, I'm going to go babysit the manure guy there, and we will be back momentarily. All right, we are in full juggling mode here. I've got the we've burned through all of our manure resources, so I got to go buy more manure if we need a refill. I'm hoping I can get that last little bit done with what I've got with the worker right now, anyways. But we'll see how that goes. I have this, so I'm on this right now, the sprayer. Heading up and down here at 12 kilometers an hour, but with a reasonable working width. So I'm hoping that I can get through this quick enough, and then yeah, we'll fire the roller in here, which will probably be working until it's dark, and then at that point we'll have basically managed to do all of the steps to put this field in today. We put the field in. We now, granted, I got it mowed and collected prior to that, which is, to me, that is part of putting a field in, because I always like to make sure that I get the grass, but. Yeah, we'll have put a field in. We will have, so we've cut the field. We'll have planted it. We'll have done two stages of fertilization. We'll have put the herbicide in, and we'll have rolled it before this day is done. So, man, that is a mission accomplished, if I do say so myself. And then beyond this, we will just roll into whatever the first harvest is. That's my guess, anyways. I can't see that there's much else we're going to do until we get to that oat harvest. I'll maintain the animals. I mean, we still have about 120 spaces left for water buffalo. I don't know that we're going to go and spend a whole bunch of money adding water buffalo. It would definitely be something I would do if we were here for the long haul, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I mean, it always feels so weird talking about leaving something that we've sort of worked so cyber hard at creating. It's not like we ever really put a shovel in the ground ourselves, but we've laughed, we've cried, we've whatever. So let's get this thing lined up again. There we go. Using the steering assist. So I am seeing that in certain places the ground state is changing and showing us where we've put here we go. and show the lights just turn right off. Anyways, it's showing us where we've put the material, but in other spaces it's not showing us at all. I just jumped over to the manure spreader there just to see that about 30% of their tank left. So I have a little bit of manure still to burn in the pit, which equates to roughly what I just kind of force fed into the manure spreader there. So I'll get it all corrected. But yeah, I didn't want to. We're so close to getting that done. I didn't want to get off the job. Also, I just left a sprayer running while I was doing that, and then meanwhile I was burning herbicide. So there's always something going to get you here. I want to get that roller started, but I also don't want it to interfere with what I have going on right now. So I will wait a moment. If I can once the manure spreader's done, I can probably get that roller started on up and downs, and maybe off to my right, and hopefully they'll steer clear of us, so we don't have any unnecessary collisions. But yeah, anyways, a bit of a roller coaster day. I really got to sort out this inability to dump raw material. So this episode, so I'm recording this on a Wednesday. So this is when, and Wednesday was also when I think episode 11 of Saving Uncle Pete went out. This should go live on the Friday, so only days after I've recorded this. So hopefully somebody can, because I honestly don't know whether I'm going to get back on this map again right away. So hopefully somebody can shed a little light on maybe what they think the issue is in regards to dumping raw material. I don't know what's not allowing me to do the job that we want to do, which is just weird. But I mean, anyways, that's just par for the course, as they say, right? Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's probably where we're going to wrap this up, guys. That is likely going to end up being about another hour episode here and on New Frontier. And we'll get this field done. I'll sort out whatever issues we have. Please, if you see this and you have an idea, shoot me in the comments or hit me up in the comments and let me know what my potential current conflict might be if you've experienced the same thing. But other than that, yeah, we'll see you when it's time to make some money, I guess, or at least time to harvest a field and which will turn it into money. But yeah, so thanks so much, guys. I will talk to you soon. Ciao.